Hey, everybody. Thank you for deciding to check this video out. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sarah. You can find me online on most social platforms at SarahDescending. Hi, Phil. I am going to talk a little bit today about what I do, why I do it, any collective themes that are coming up to address and touch on. And then I'm also going to do a mini Akashic thing for a beautiful lady. And I'm just kind of settling into this space. And really, I think I'm going to talk about TikTok, which is not even a platform that I use a lot. And I just want to mention for anyone who is confused about what's going on here, it is very clear when you take a depth quantum, cosmic, objective perspective of all of this, that there is a side that we are not on. And all of that hullabaloo was to generate a lot of energy for extractive purposes. And now to present somebody else as savior as though it's been rescued or saved. So do consider the nuanced multiple perspective of these big events that are always distract, deflect traps. And it just feels like I needed to actually state that live instead of typing it on Twitter. You will find me more active on other platforms right now, speaking of Twitter, because I am tired of my genius propping up the parasitic nature of the typical interaction and frequent Twitter user. So if you are interested in my work and where I am finding the intersection of the true mystical Christ and energetics and spirituality, as opposed to what some of us were raised with, I recommend you connect with me on these other platforms, which are all, of course, not great, and they all have their limitations and faults. I am committing to posting on YouTube more often again now that we are getting into the family swing and routine of January. The kids who go to school are back to school, have a better handle on what my schedule will be like this semester. I'm reducing evening session availability so that I can participate in some things with one of my children a little bit more. And I will be posting more session segments on YouTube and participating in these other social platforms a little bit more, including Substack. And there are a lot of exciting things in the works and happening behind the scenes. I'll have some new offerings to announce in upcoming weeks. I am being guided to mention that there will be what I'm calling a Four Corners container. It's currently in development. And this is, I'll share a little bit. This is part of the answer that seems to be needed for most males who seek longer term energy work with me, and that of my primary quantum energy work collaborator. We are frequently finding that there are very few adult men who are able to meet the representation and energy that we hold in authentic ways that uphold integrity. And this in no way is a um, anti-man talk. I am mother of three young men. I have many men that I am very, very close to, but this has been a recurrent problem where um, I've had young men or men younger than me who think that they are my superior and will not do what is requested or required in order to move through the work with me. I have had people not progress. I have had people behave badly. Um, the reason some of my accounts on Twitter, my Twitter accounts are private right now, is because of one such client who should not have um, behaved in the manner in which he did and poses a significant psychic and energetic danger to people who interact with him. And if I am guided to do so at some point, I will share more about my experience with somebody who is likely working for the false overlay matrix system um, in a very dangerous capacity in which young women are being targeted. So this is something that is not spoken about enough, and that is the danger, the energetic danger that interacting and engaging with certain people online um, can bring to you. And for the most part, I know who and what I am. I know who and what I stand for. I know who I work for. I know whose anointing I carry. I am not afraid. I walk in the authority of the mother, father, creator impulse and have not met an entity or energy or an attachment yet that I was not able to navigate and assist a client with. However, that doesn't mean that other people get away with energetically dangerous behavior or that it should be continued to, or it should be permitted to continue. I do feel we have a right and a calling to bring awareness to the subtle, nuanced layers of energy and how energy cords and psychic tunnels are always being developed. And that is, essentially the heart of my specific modalities address this. That's like a primary tenet of the quantum clearing and getting people free into soul sovereignty is addressing this stuff. So I suppose I've rambled long enough. I'm going to start the mini Akashic session. If you're interested in connecting with me for one of these are the only low ticket way to work with me right now. They are $44 for 15 to 20 minutes. You can email me. They are not on my booking page. You have to email to request them. Otherwise, I am still right now offering limited single sessions. My entire focus has shifted into packages and package clients. If you are interested in exploring that with me, there's a little bit about that on my booking page, but I would ask that you book a discovery call and then we will explore what feels like it would be best for you. So I have already set the container. I am not going to read my decree right now. Those who know, know. And I'm just seeking guidance and support, consent from the Akash, which is an aspect of the Godhead as spirit. The primary substance is an aspect of spirit. So I always come in humility and the confidence of who and what I am and ask humbly that is acceptable for me. And I'm always I am a conduit stream of the Akash. So I'm always in touch with the general Akashic field. I'm always receiving information. Um, but when it comes to an individual, I always come and I humbly request and make sure that it's in alignment with the highest and best or most benevolent outcome for the client, for others involved, and so on. So that's what I'm doing energetically right now. I have received the go-ahead. So for this client, so what I'm seeing is like a symmetrical spider web. And those who know me know that I work with the archetypal weaver, the spider grandmother, spider woman, archetypally significantly. So I am seeing purple and I'm seeing webs and spiders, and this is a good thing. You are being offered the initiation into the archetype of weaver, which is the creatress, which is the mother goddess impulse in all of her facets. It is not the love and light. It is not the false love and light. It is the fullness, the all, the true purple of sovereignty, the steely, silvery, grayish black magnet of the womb, the original light. The original light is the dark light of the womb and tomb. And you, my friend, are being invited to join the Wise Woman Collective of the Weaver. So that's what's going on for you energetically right now. There is no pressure, there is no rush, there is no hurry. You don't have to say yes or no or change anything about what you're doing. You're already doing it. Just come into a little bit more awareness that the last 5 years have been preparatory initiation into this time and season and stage in your life. So there is some energy work that the Akash is offering that you can do for your spouse and ongoing I'm going to say cloudiness of the mental realm related to conditions that we will keep off of public video. But it's like a haziness or a cloudiness, a fogginess related to their life circumstances. And there is significant repair that you can offer. Some of it is holdover from like medical institutions. So I'm going to offer that there's something you can remove and bubble and send on its way related to harmful exposure within like hospital systems. So the Akash says that's important for you to be in consideration of. As far as your question that we spoke about or wrote back and forth about earlier, I'm not sure what words are best for how am I connected to so and so, because it starts to all become like a soup of quantum entanglement and timelines and energy and Akashic fibers, primary substance. But what I can say is in reference to the being you asked about, there have been times when within the quantum fabric of this reality and all realities, there are times now, because it is all now, in which that being is incarnate and you are sometimes partnered, sometimes siblings, sometimes fighting on opposing sides of a war. Sometimes one is in a position of authority over the other. This naming the connection is for you and not for me or the true quantum Akash to offer you. Um, Much like other people in your life right now, that person who just isn't in the same type of body that you're in right now is also one of an intricate, infinite, intimate soul connection to you. I hope that makes sense. Um, let's see what else. Mm, leaning in to your own true knowing is important right now. I can feel some of the anxiety, I'm being shown some of the there's like a little mental storm happening, if you will, related to your upcoming BQH session with me, and I can feel it. The Akasha is showing me don't allow like less than stellar experiences with past almost hypnosis or consciousness exploration sessions to prevent you from receiving the fullness and everything that you are going to get from this session. So I guess I'm being told to talk myself up a little bit in that I am not those other facilitators. And I am not going to facilitate in the way whoever you connected with did. And being a very, very skeptical Virgo myself initially, I didn't think it would work either. I didn't think shamanic journeying would work. I didn't think BQH would work. And there I went, and a tiger was waiting for me when I got to the lower world and said, there you are. I've been waiting this whole entire life for you to notice me. And BQH, I went, and oh my goodness, I remembered that the person that I pretend played that I was when I was in preschool was not just somebody I made up. It was another version of me. And then in my another BQH, I remembered the fullness of one of the Atlantean epochs. And almost 2 years later, I'm still receiving significant information on that and have become a living transmission and conduit for the karma that those of us living in the US, we're holding the Atlantean karma, are working with. So trust yourself and that your mind, the Akash wants me to say, trust that your mind can coexist with the greater aspects of your soul and consciousness. And if your mind wants to doubt what you're doing, tell your mind it can keep doubting and keep talking and telling me and yourself and what you're seeing anyway. And it's going to be perfect and ideal. And there is this is significant initiation for you. This is part of what I just talked about at the beginning with the Weaver archetype, the purple of the true Akash, which is like the purple of the crown. It's the purple of sovereignty. It's the purple of coming fully into your own personhood. And super, super crucial for you to allow yourself to see you in the fullness of the energies that you represent and work with. So that's coming up is really important. Also, there was stuff before I started about your menagerie of animals and the goose in particular that's been coming up. And I'm not sure what. I think the goose has a message for you. I'm typically pretty skilled at animal communication, and I see lots of animals, power animal archetypes, lots of companion animals in the Akash. Let me just see. Okay. The goose has a message for you, and you need to go retrieve it from the goose yourself. It has to do with a golden egg. So close my eyes, seeing your Akashic chamber, massive golden egg. So I'm going to leave that for you to feel into more or us to explore more together sometime when we speak and do energy work together privately. Just as I feel into like timelines in particular, there's like a commendation coming from your like soul family or energies that you work with about sorry, I'm at the library. Just a second. So what I was saying is that there's a overall commendation about the recent choice point regarding your child. And I'm not going to say any more than that again publicly, but you know what I'm talking about. There is acknowledgement that that was really difficult for your, I can do it myself, personality and the resources that are becoming available and support for you in this, even if you can't see it all from right now, like today, right now, this time, this spot, is going to be super important in the development of your own work, including energy work and offerings that you may choose to develop yourself over the next 3 to 4 years, is what the Akasha is wanting me to say. So I'm offering that. We need to cut a string off of your left wrist. It kind of looks like, it looks like a braided friendship bracelet, only instead of the embroidery yarn that we would have used when we were kids, it is more like yarn, like thicker yarn. I'm not sure why that's there, but I'm hearing very clearly that it needs to be energetically cut off the wrist. It does have something to do with a binding placed upon you, likely related to your parentage. So I'm energetically removing that. I'm to tell you it's white, blue, and yellow. It is not, it is not bad to be connected to one's parents. It is bad to have energy braids that are binding us in some way to them, apparent on the energy body is what I'm being asked to relay. And for anybody who's new to my work in Akashic sessions, I do not do energy work on anybody I don't know, but this is somebody I know, someone I've worked with, whose consent I have to remove things if they come up that should not be on the body. There's also a pin in your left shoulder blade. It looks like a very large, like long screw, you know, like a long one that you would screw in with like a drill. And that screw needs to come out of the bottom of the left shoulder blade region. I'm taking that out now. Ooh, your the connection, the very connected being that we spoke of earlier is here to take those. They're going to be transmuted. Um, Interesting. Yeah, Cosmic Mother Void is where they're going. I'm not sure why, but I was supposed to relay that to you. You need to be humming, singing, toning, chanting more to yourself or nobody else. You have a very large parrot in your Akashic chamber or Akashic field right now. Connecting with this energetic parrot is advised. You do not have to pick a timeline. You've already made the most important choice point of 2025. You are well equipped to be existing in the liminality of the 5 timelines that you are in right now. You don't have to make any more big decisions, and you can continue as you are into all of them right now. That makes sense. Let's see. I know you do not have to know what those 5 timelines are. I think you know what some of them are. They just were very, very clear. You don't have to know what they are. Making sure that you're resting and continuing ample mineral supplementation. You do have a higher need. We've talked about this before, a higher need of high quality sodium because of the amount of stimulation and stress that your body is typically navigating through. So plenty of rest, plenty of high quality sodium. Other trace minerals are important as well. Continuing to shine that true light of the Mother Goddess with the world. And to consider how that looks, how it changes, how it feels from minute to minute, day to day, and allow yourself to flow with that is sort of like one of the themes that the Akash is offering as like for your consideration. So let me see, is there anything else? Um, there is some land work for you to do where you live. You are already doing a lot of it. That's part of your alignment as a steward of that land, and then in working with these animals is apparent, but there's going to be more. There's like some work. Sorry, guys, I forgot they do this. There is some work for you to do as you travel in the general region that you live in. And it's not like you have to drive across the state or, 2 states north to do this work, but I'm seeing like if you take day trips or even have to drive, to a store 30 or 40 minutes away, I am seeing some beneficial codes being exchanged and bringing a little bit more conscious awareness to like the ley lines, the grid work, the land stewardship, the correcting of vortexes or portals that shouldn't be, or wormholes that shouldn't be there, and the healing or integration or restoring to proper flow, ones that should be there, is some of the next work that you'll be beginning to incorporate into your life without a lot of hassle or trouble or difficulty. It'll just come seamlessly. And I think that's it. You will likely have another cat soon. So I don't know if you have one cat now or any cats now, but I'm seeing a cat, probably an orange, like a tiger striped orange cat, very prominent within your shared field. I do think that this is going to be, every woman needs a cat. That's really all there is to it. The way cats amplify and assist energy work is unparalleled. And, you know, my cat helped me learn how to access portals that as I was initiating years ago. So I am seeing that there's a special connection with a cat that is likely coming up for you in the next couple of months. This might be like in spring when all the cats have babies, or maybe it's in summer, but I am seeing you connecting. And that's the last thing I have to offer for the mini session. Let's see. If you're experiencing fatigue, considering adding a little more protein is coming up too. So anyway, thank you guys for coming. I will do at least one other live this week. I don't know where I will do the live at. I'm kind of jumping around. I am recording them and then putting them on my YouTube channels. So that's how you can make sure that you're able to connect with them. If you miss my announcement, that'll be live. I will do another Akashic live and probably some more like pretty tailored, like intuitive collective transmissions, which I did a lot of those in 2024. And then in December and January now, I've kind of taken a break from posting quite as much, but I will be getting back in the swing of sharing a lot more collective energy work and transmissions. So if you'd like to work with me, do reach out for my introductory form. If you have never been a client, there's now a process to become a client that involves an introductory form. And then if all is well with the form, you're invited to book a discovery call and we talk about what feels aligned for working together. And I hope to connect with you again soon. And I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you're at. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.